Hi guys, welcome back. Today we're going to do something fun, and it's going to satisfy a couple of things. First, my friend Dina, she has been asking me to do teddy bear texture for the longest time, and she is my moderator. I really should have done this a long time ago when she first asked. She's getting her video now. She works with a lot of kids, so she wants this in a cartoon style. She does not want realistic at all. And sometimes it's just fun to just do a cartoony type of texture. If you're a beginner, you may think, oh, you just color it in some brown and you got a teddy bear. But I want to do the curly fur of a teddy bear. When you touch that plush material, that's the texture of the teddy bear that she wants and that I want to bring to you guys. The color scheme is a teddy bear, so I've gotten out a whole bunch of pencils. I got out a white, I got out a burnt ochre, somebody commented it on the way I pronounce it. I know I pronounce it incorrectly. It's the New Yorker in me, the end syllables of words. We're all A's, A's. We're New Yorkers. You know what color I'm talking about. But it's not just one person. A lot of people say, you don't say that right. No, it's my accent. I got out a dark brown. I got out a warm gray 90, a yellow ochre. I got out a terracotta, a Tuscan red, and a goldenrod. I don't know if I'm going to be using all of these, but that's what I pulled from my large pile of pencils that aren't put away as usual. Now, I'm just working on the teddy bear fur for now, and then I'm going to play with some of the colors on the little girl. I don't know whether I'm going to finish her or not. We'll see what time it is when I'm done with the bear. I chose to put it on darker paper, the gray paper, because what I want to do with the little girl, I need the dark paper. So you can do this on white paper. It all works out the same. And I'm going to pick up my yellow ochre, and I'm going to give wherever the fur is, a light coat of this pencil. I'm just doing a base coat, traveling stroke, lightly. Hand is held in the back. Just like a warning on this paper. This is sketch paper. I couldn't find my good gray paper. I may be imagining that I have it. I did have it at some point. So I grabbed the darkest paper and it just happens to be sketched. It doesn't have the greatest tooth. I've done real bear fur in the past. This is for toys. And she has a little cotton tail. I'm assuming this is a cotton tail. Okay, so I have one coat of yellow and I can move on to the texture. I'm going to take my burnt ochre pencil and I'm going to do circles. But when you're doing, say a blending circle, you're really trying to get the circles are going around it and filling it in. I want to leave it a little bit open. I want to be able to see holes in it. Work with a sharp pencil. Kind of like when you were a kid, you did smoke from a chimney and you just went and traveled with your pencil. I want to see that yellow peeping through. And this goes pretty fast. I mean, this is not something you're going to be working hours and hours on. Just like that. Very easy. Large circles. Now the trick is keeping your pencil nice and sharp. If you let it get dull, it'll turn more into a blending. And you're not really looking to blend the colors. You're just looking to make that curly lamb type of texture, like lambskin texture. Dina works with a lot of Make-A-Wish children, so she likes to do children's stuff, and then she gives her pictures away to the kids, which I think is really sweet. And she does so much for our group. She deserves her teddy bear. Now don't worry if you get a little clump. That'll just add to the texture at the very end. Because there's still a couple more steps to get the proper look. But as I said, it goes by fast. Well, this will take about 20 minutes altogether to do the teddy bear, not the whole picture. So in the group, we were talking about neon colors. And that's why I decided to do this on darker paper, because I want to make sort of neon color like, just so that she stands out. I don't know if I'm going to put a background on her, because this is really just a tutorial picture. Just a little bit more. I'm leaving in here open for now. Okay, so now I have the two layers. I've got the curly layer and I've got the underlayer, like you would think of like it's the material that they put the stuffing on the outside. Now I'm gonna go to a different color. That's a teddy bear. Let's do it in a fun color like a terracotta. And I'm gonna do it again, large circles, but this time I'm not going all over the page. I want to put some texture so it looks like the fur is in different directions. So it's more like circles, just like that, little curly cues. Goes really quick. I mean, if it took me 4 minutes to do the second layer, this should be even quicker than that. Just enriching each layer of fur and pushing the bottom layer down into it, which will give the fur some depth. Oh, just another minute. Get the tail. And if you notice my color choice, I'm building the layers. So I started with a light, went a little darker, and then this being a little darker than the last one. Because there's going to be 2 more layers on here. A minimal, maybe 2 layers. Now, the face, I'm going to leave a little smoother and lighter. Because sometimes they put like a different color fur on the nose and mouth area. That's a matter of personal taste. When I was a kid, my teddy bear was my everything. That was my best friend, my stuffed animals, and my dog when I was really little. According to my parents, they were alive, to me at least. Okay, so now you could start seeing the curliness. I'm going to go to a darker shade. I don't want it to be too dark, so I'm going to just use dark brown. I have a darker pencil here, but I don't think I'm going to go that dark on it. And I'm going to do even less, just the little circles. So each time I do this, I get less and less, as I don't want to cover up all those other colors. There's one more step after this, because you don't want to make her look like she's got the measles. So there's going to be a blending step. Okay, so your texture is on there and she looks like she has the measles. Now let's go on to the next step. I've changed my mind on my blending color and I got out a 50 French gray. That has a little bit more browner tones than the warm gray. And I'm going to blend out the edges just like we do all the time if we have a ball, a cylinder. Now, if you look at the teddy bear, we've got a round sphere, we've got a cylinder, and a round sphere. And we're going to treat this just like that. Whatever the shape is of the object, that's the shape we're going to do. Now, if you haven't watched my videos on shapes always get shaded in the same way, no matter what you're doing. I will leave the card up there if you haven't seen that video. And actually, it's a series of videos on doing shapes. But there's the sphere, there's the cylinder, square. Now you're not digging in the paper so that you can get rid of the texture. You're just creating the rich depthness, changing the tone. So this is one ball, and then this will be, see this, the belly. I would treat that as a second one. And then as a cylinder, now you know that the highlight on a cylinder always goes up and down. I'm going to just add in a little darker color here just to make sure you see the edge. Okay, I'm going to put you on hyperlapse so this doesn't get too long. Now that the bear is there, I want to play with some of the highlights and my gray paper. So I'm going to use white on it. And I'm doing this before I do the dress, because when you're working on gray paper, sometimes it's hard to get really bright colors. And, well, also I'm working on not the greatest paper. This is fast sketch paper, so it's not really meant for fully developing a picture. Okay, I'm going to put you on hyperlapse because I'm going to do a lot of this. I want to do a light pink dress on the bear, and that's why I wanted the highlights, so it'll pick up the pink really bright, and then in the gray area it'll darken it, so it's actually a very easy color. Okay, I'm going to go through the whole dress and then be back. The next color I'm going to add is hot pink, and I'm going to put that next to the white as my darker color. Okay, I'm going to work on all three, the white, the blush pink, and the hot pink. And I'm going to need a tiny bit of gray. Here's a 70% warm gray, very lightly. And that's not to add gray to the dress, but more to tone it. So I'm going to put you on hyperlapse and come back when the dress and the bow are finished. I'm adding in a little bit of processed red, just because I don't want to darken and lose my tooth. I don't feel that the hot pink is dark enough. Okay, a color is only as dark as it will be. Yeah, that's what it needed. Don't scrub your paper trying to make a color darker. So I'm pretty much done with the teddy bear and the shoes. I'm gonna finish up the little girl in the next video. I really wasn't sure if I was gonna do the whole entire thing and just do the teddy bear fur as a tutorial, but I'm really having a good time with this. It was actually calling to me, like I couldn't wait to finish coloring it. So I will finish her up in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.